we might have figured out the problem. Oh, this might be a good day. This might be a good day, guys. This might be a great day.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, everything is so smooth right now. I think I fixed everything. Woo! I'm so excited.
Well, yesterday did you have issue?
Yeah, I've been having issues with like dropped frames and OBS chewing up my GPU too quickly. So I think the issue was I had it set to run on my like local CPU, I think. Sorry, I like it was running on my local drive rather than through the NVIDIA GPU.
Okay.
So now that I fixed it, I think everything is okay. Hopefully.
Man, yesterday's stream was a real mess with the chow well, how do you call it, the chow wheel?
I know. I bumped 50, it up. I bumped it up to 500, not realizing the trouble that I caused everyone yesterday. It was a little chaotic. Yeah, that was wild. It eventually died down, but it was really hard to battle through the ADHD that was happening on stream. All right, I'm just gonna run the pre-roll ads. Once the ads are done, we can get going if that works for you guys.
Time for a pop quiz.
So we got a 3-ish minute countdown. Hi, Fem. How's it going? That was fast.
Easy as pie.
Wait, someone already redeemed the first?
No one redeemed the first, but Fem got the QED point from the skill testing question.
Oh.
Every time I run an ad, a skill testing question comes up.
Oh, yeah.
But and Zach is streaming right now, so it was free game. Zach always like bops in right when I start just to get the random QED point. It's super funny. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what to expect today. There was so many messages that were happening in Discord, and I was like,
okay.
I was like,
It's okay. We will chill and we will solve some of them. It's okay if we don't do all of them because some of them are a bit more, let's say, annoying.
I mean, annoying's fine if the annoyance leads into a strategy that's helpful in the future, right?
Yeah.
There's one, I think it's like proving like the change of base formula or something silly where you actually have to construct the change of basis. Like, it's a super tedious and really annoying proof to do. But by doing it, at least,
algebra?
Yeah, linear out. Like, but by doing that proof, you understand how to construct everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Fem says I only have a chance if Zach's not here. True. How are you doing, though, Fem? How's your day been? All right, we'll be back in about 1 minute.
Wait, I have to remember. Fem is our fellow Australian guy, right? Who owned a boomerang? Or am I misleading with Famish?
I know Femvox has been online with Dawn doing physics.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's me. Okay,
that's
great.
Him. That's him. That's a boomerang owner.
What is this story? You're going to have to tell me now.
I don't know. I think Slim was sort of thinking about, like, American has gone. As, like, kind of their stuff they are proud of. I mean, weapon they're proud of. And we were thinking, what's the equivalent for Australian people?
Well, I wasn't thinking of any.
Okay.
I mean, I was just thinking of Australian things, not really.
Yeah, okay, maybe not gods, but yeah. I like to think that boomerang to Australian are what guns are to like people from who are very proud of gun in the US.
That's such a great stereotype. Your Australian status has been exaggerated a bit.
Yeah, sorry.
Hi, Fanbox.
Actually,
Yeah,
here we're...
you lived in Australia and you went to school in Australia. I think that's more than most Australians.
It's more than most Australians, really.
I don't know. Just is I guess it's more people that I know in the world. Like it's the most Australian contact of anyone that I've known, I guess.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Did your math degree over there? That's cool. Where did you go to get your degree? Where did you go to school? Okay, I solved that problem. Boop. Sydney, cool. Okay, nice. All right, well, welcome back, everyone. My name's Pensender. We are here with Sascha and Slim to continue on our discussion from last time. We were looking at some topology things last time, and I think we're going to be treading down a similar path, maybe doing some proofs and things like this. But I'm not going to lie, I haven't done my homework, so I'm going to be waiting for the teacher to write down all the things and then think about them today. I don't know how you guys want to start the conversation today.
It's okay, we'll be fine.
But I will leave it up to you two to kind of lead the way, and I will add commentary when I think I can and when I have questions and things like that, if that's all right.
Oh, actually, we thought that maybe you could try to do it, and then we could help you.
Yeah, okay. Whatever you want. If you want to watch me fail epically on stream.
No pressure. I don't want you to feel under pressure, so it's really friendly, okay?
It's totally fine. You can ask me questions to see if I understand stuff. I'm totally fine with that, and you can tell me that I'm completely wrong. I don't think I have my topology book here. I think it's at work.
Yeah. So most of the proof will actually sort of if we have to have a requirement to those proof, you have to know a bit of set theory, like how unions works and like how union behave under like image of a function or pre-image of a function. That's pretty much all we need. After that, we just have to sort of take those small steps together and get an argument that will give us what we want. But most stuff are like that.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I just have something which I'm not sure if Slim managed to give the definition last time. Slim, did you give the definition of a continuous function?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Didn't we?
Well, let's try it. Pen can.
I guess we're gonna start there. Like, what is a continuous function?
Yeah. So I guess maybe I will just give you the general definition. So if you ever took a course in analysis...
The first question that you had there doesn't require that quite yet, right?
Well, my first question is to show that continuous map preserve connected and compact.
Oh,
yeah.
So you changed the
so those are properties I remember.
Yeah. So do you want to have a go at like what's the definition of continuous between two topological space, or you want?
Yeah, maybe just remind us if that's something that we're going to have to talk about today. Yeah.
Okay. So, oh my god, that's so big. Okay, so let X and Y be top space. I mean, okay. The first time we introduced topology, we say, oh, those guys must have like a tau, which is like the collection of an open set. But in practice, we will never write actually the whole notation because it's always annoying. So we will just say they are top space, and I mean it will sort of be assumed what they are the open set usually. Okay, so we say a function between X and Y is continuous. If for all v of y open set, we have that the preimage of this guy is an open set of X.
Right.
All right.
Yep. Okay, I'm
So-
happy with that. Yep.
Okay. So have you ever met this definition before?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And I guess also there's a little something that we didn't talk about, which is sort of important.
Yeah. When I met this definition before, it was called John. Yeah. Very nice
John?
definition. Yeah. Very nice definition.
I like the name John for this definition. So yeah, okay, and you can actually check that this is equivalent to the epsilon delta definition in the case where x and y are both the real number with the usual topology. Okay. Okay, another thing we also need to talk about, which we forgot to mention, which is sort of important, which is okay. Actually, I will now use the topology, so let me call it tau, a top space. And let's say we have Z, which is just a subspace of this guy, okay?
Okay.
Then we can define a topology on Z by basically stealing the one we have on X. Z has, maybe we can call it like that, tau restrained to Z, has the so-called.
Yeah, because I mean, certainly if you restrict it, I would imagine that all of your intersections still work and all of your unions still work in the way that we would suspect them to, right?
Yeah. So basically, the open on this guy will just be the open on the bigger space, but they intersect Z, so they will be like U enter Z, where U is an open in the bigger space.
So okay, yeah. You are open sets in the big space, and then we just intersect them with.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. So for example, when you say, for example, that for my example analysis, that 0, 1 inside of R
point charges
is a
fields,
compact
potential,
set.
or capacitors. Let's crunch it. Integrate.
when you say like those kind of thing, what you really mean is that 0, 1 with the induced topology is a compact space. Okay.
Can you? So what's? Because what you're doing is you're saying R has a topology.
Yeah.
Right. So this is actually really a compact topological space.
Yeah. So last time we
okay.
defined, compact for a topological space. We said that the space is compact if for every open covering of the space, you can always reduce this covering to a finite cover. Then when we say that 0, 1 is compact, then we didn't quite define what it means for a subspace to be compact, and here I'm just sort of clarifying what it means. It means that if the subspace with the induced topology is compact, then we say that this subspace is a compact set of R, or whatever space we would like.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, that was just a sort of clarification. And the same goes also for connected. So we sort of define connected space on the full topological space. And when we have a subspace of a topological space and we want to say it's connected, we always mean that it's connected on the induced topology.
Okay.
Just to clarify a little bit. Okay. Okay. So here's the first
Brace
exercise,
yourselves, everyone.
okay, for connected I'm not quite sure. Okay, let's do the compact because it's kind of the first example. Okay, so first exercise.
Hi Zach, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well. How was the stream? Feel free to let us know. And if those of you that are visiting, if you haven't done so already, feel free to follow our friend Zach by clicking that heart button. at the top of the chat.
So assume that X is compact, then f of X is also compact.
Okay, yeah. So this is I'm familiar with this theorem. I don't know how we would prove it, but I'm familiar with the statement of this theorem.
Yeah. And okay, maybe I will just sort of give you the starting point. So we want to use the definition. So a first good step is to start with an open covering of f of X and try to sort of reducing it as being a problem on X. Yeah.
So what do we have? We know that X is compact. So X has for any open covering, it has a finite subcovering.
Yeah, exactly.
So we know that for sure.
Yeah.
But we need to figure out what's going on over in the Y space, right?
Yeah.
So what we probably want to do is we probably want to create an open covering of Y, and then bring them back. Is that kind of the idea here?
The idea. Yeah, but we don't want to cover Y entirely. We just want to cover the image, right?
Oh yes, yes, you're right. Yeah, just the image of X under F, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
And as you say, you really want to sort of pull everything back to X and sort of conclude the proof in there, right?
Oh, okay. I see it. So you're gonna make an open covering on F of X. You're gonna say those open sets, because we have a continuous map, should be pulled back to open sets. And then now we have a collection of open sets that covers X. We know it as a finite subcovering, and you're gonna do some magic like that, I think. Yeah.
You got exactly the proof.
No, but I think we should write it so I kind of can see the.
Okay. Do you want to write it, or do you want me to write it?
I would like you to write it if that's okay, and then I think I have an idea, but you'll be able to be more eloquent in writing it, I think.
All right. But I want you to write some of them later on. Okay, so let's start with let Y be an open covering of f of X. So the image of F.
And I just my only question is, we know that this exists, right?
Yes.
That would be my only question.
Yeah, because we can just take. Well, what we can do is we can take like the f of x as a f of s is f of s is it's an open set in its own topology, so we can just take that as being open. So or maybe okay. I mean, if we want, we can take Y, entirely, and this will cover f of x, right? And Y is also is an open set by definition of a topology. So
right, okay.
Any set is covered by some open set.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, okay. So that's just an assumption that I just needed to hear.
Yeah, but technically for compact is just like it's sort of just an implication, right? You give me a open cover, and I should be able to obtain the finite subcover, right?
Oh, right. So this is part of our it's part of our assumptions. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess if there was no open covering, then this will be vacuous, but
okay. Yeah.
But it turns out there was always at least one. Okay. Okay. So now what we want to do is by continuity. The preimage of all the UIs must be open in X, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And now what we want to do is we want to say that, okay, we know that those guys, if we take the union of those guys, we know they cover they cover f of x, right?
Yes.
So if we look at the preimage, well, I guess I will. Oh, I guess I can write this, but yeah. We get something like that, right?
Yes.
I mean, if you sort of think about it, if I have a bigger space and I look at its preimage, I should get something which is a bit bigger in X, right?
Yeah, you're using this right here, right? You're saying, okay, well,
Yeah,
if I know that this is a subset of this, then I should be able to replace this with this, and that subset, that's inequality.
And as we saw, then we have this. Well, okay, you can also pull out the union inside of the preimage, so you get something like that.
You can pull the union outside of the. Oh, okay. Pull the union outside of the preimage.
So the conclusion is that those guys actually cover X, right? From an open cover.
Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Of X. And now we use compactness.
Right, so now you can say since X is compact, then...
Yeah, exactly. And by compactness, we can basically reduce this cover to a finite number, so we can take... well, it's always a bit annoying to write the...
What, the finite subcover?
Yeah, usually I write like a map between a finite set and an I, but I think that's a bit too formal, and people usually don't like that, so I will just write this instead.
But
so
yeah, basically what you're saying is there should be some collection of I's and Z that we can create that's finite.
Right. And now, because those guys cover X, when I look at the union, well, I guess now I have a finite union, so I guess k is equal to 1, to n. And we know that this guy, and we know the union is X, then we know that the union must be f of X.
You want UI sub.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I also forget to put the... well, if we sort of think about a bit about the preimage, sorry, about the image and the preimage, then this guy should really just be
I need to see all of this at the same time.
Well, I guess we don't really need that, but okay.
We take our open covering of f of x. I see. So x is already contained inside of all of this. Yeah. So this is the piece up here that's doing the work for us. Down here.
Yeah, and from this fact, we conclude that the U1 to UIK must cover f of x.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is the proof. So I think I have a pretty good way to a good way to think about this proof is basically this proof is a bit like that. Okay. So we want to prove something about f of x, and we're like, well, I don't really know how to do it for f of x because f of x is not compact. At least I don't know yet. But I know that x is compact. So what I will do is I will say to x, well, that sounds like a U problem, and I will basically use the compactness of x to deduce the compactness of f of x.
Yeah, that's awesome. Descent says, can you say that a bijective open map is continuous?
No. I don't think so.
No.
I mean, yeah, like, I mean, no. What would be a good counterexample? So send the reals to the reals with identity function, but put, for example, the discrete topology on the image, right? I think that's a good counterexample, a simple counterexample.
Yeah.
Follow what I said. Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, and basically the idea is that you can always put like a stronger topology on the image.
Yeah, I mean,
Kaller, if you understood it, maybe explain it better, because I know that the way that I said it was very cryptic.
yeah. So
It was
maybe,
a little cryptic for me, for sure.
So basically, if you assume that the map is open, it's an open map and it's bijective, what basically you're saying is that, okay, let's say the F is your, okay, I guess I should not write in Twitch chat. I guess I should probably just write it downstairs.
Yeah, probably.
So you can sort of think about why they should be false, because which is so it's a bijection and continuous.
No, if it's continuous.
Oh, sorry, not continuous.
No, if it's continuous, then
yeah, sorry,
it is continuous.
I meant open. Okay, so if you have those conditions, this is equivalent to say that f of -1 is continuous. And so you can sort of see what's fishy about it is that now f-1 is a continuous bijection, but you should sort of if you did a bit of topology, kind of be skeptical that f should be that its inverse should be continuous, right?
Yeah, but I think that giving the counterexample might clarify things.
Yeah.
Better, because yeah. I mean, what you're saying is true, and it's actually interesting that when you, for example, do group theory, if you have a continuous homomorphism, a bijective homomorphism, then it's an isomorphism, right? And there are many theories in when you have the bijective thing that satisfies that isomorphism, then you have an isomorphism. But for topology, it's not the case, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting, and I think it has consequences when you think about it categorically, right?
Yeah, you can have a. So even if you restrict, yeah.
But yeah, like maybe the counterexample would be, again, I feel that the counterexample will help.
Restriction won't renormalize junk. If on a subspace it yields proofs and testable results, I'm in, else null. Set a rigor or get factored out.
Yeah, so so you can sort of give, like as Sima said, you can sort of give like a very bad topology. Like you can look at the identity map from R to R and give R like a very bad topology and get a counterexample. But maybe a more like, because you can say that those examples are a bit sort of made up, right? Because sort of the topology you put on R is kind of very bad behave, right?
I mean, you can put something, if you want, then do something between an interval and the circle, right?
Yeah. So usually
the typical example of something that is not continuous.
Yeah. So the example that you might have heard of it. The sun is the following example. Maybe your differential topology course that you're taking might have thought about it. But one example you can look at it is the so-called figure 8. So what you do is you start with the the origin of, let's say, R2, and you draw a circle. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm French.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if that's what you meant. I just wanted to clarify. Okay. Yes, got it.
But I want to point out that this is more confusing because now I think it's a tuple. But anyways. So basically what you do between 0 and 1, you do this sort of circle, but you stop before reaching the before reaching the origin again. And so this is from the part to 0 to 1. And for the part from -1 to 1, you can do the same thing. You will get something like that. And the resulting figure will be the figure 8, which is sort of close, right? But the figure 8 is, it's a closed subset of R2, and it's also bounded, so it's a compact set, right?
Yeah, but you've put a problem at 0, haven't you?
I mean, this map has an issue at 0, yeah, but I mean, if we just look at the image of this guy, we just get the figure 8, right? Which is a closed and bounded subset of R2, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So this guy is compact, but this guy is an open set of R, right? So there is no way that, I mean, so if those, I mean, this is a bijection, which is continuous, but the image is not continuous, right? Because if it was the case, then this guy is compact, so this guy on the left should also be compact, but that's definitely not the case, right? Because it's not a closed subset of R. So this is bijective and continuous, but yet, so maybe we can call it that, but yet f-1 is not continuous. And as Spen said, basically the issue is sort of at the origin that this map sort of go wrong in the other direction. Yeah, I don't know if you saw this example, Descent, but this is a very important example to remember from topology. I mean, for probably, yeah. Anyways, sorry for the discretion. Okay.
But how did you form the 8 again? Like, so you take the open interval -1 to 1, and then you go around.
So
yeah, I get it. And then you go around. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, because usually, I mean, it's easier. I mean, the way that I think is easier is just take the interval that in one side is closed and on the other side is open, but you are doing basically the same.
It'll work, yeah.
Yeah, and you don't. I mean, obviously you can see that it is not continuous using the compactness argument, but that would require you to know the proof that you just did, right? You could just pick an open set that contains the origin and look at the pre-image, and then you realize that it won't be open on the other side, right? If you don't want to use the compactness argument. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it requires some thinking, but it's not extremely hard.
Yeah. Okay. What else did I want to say? Oh, okay. I guess we should probably just have this in mind because this is sort of important. So if we look at Rn with the usual topology, so the one given by, the usual distance. And this is sort of like, I mean, if we have to understand one topology is to understand the topology of Rn, because basically everything else will be built by gluing stuff from Rn, so we should probably understand the topology there pretty well. And the thing I just want you to remember is just, I always forget how you call this theorem in English. I think we call it Bolzano-Weierstrass, or maybe you call it Heinz theorem. How do you call it?
What's the statement of the theorem, and we'll tell you.
Okay. So K of Rn is compact if and only if K is closed and bounded.
Closed and bounded is Bolzano-Weierstrass, right?
I mean, I call it Heine-Borel.
Yeah. I think I also know this term by Heine-Borel theorem, but I guess there's many.
Then what am I thinking of?
Bolzano-Weierstrass it tells you that subsequence in a compact set,
subsequences,
a convergent subsequence.
Well, yeah, they're sort of related, yeah.
I mean, they are all equivalent actually, but yeah, you have to prove them. To prove it. Yeah, and actually you can do it a little bit more general, and so that works for any metric space, but you have to change bounded by totally bounded, right? But
Yeah.
maybe it's not worth to get into that.
Yeah, I mean, if you have like a topological space, which is a vector space that comes from a norm,
then it's exactly the same.
Yeah, you usually.
Yeah, like I was thinking on metric spaces, you can change bounded by totally bounded, and it still works.
Yeah, but usually totally bounded is kind of a pain to look in practice. So.
Yeah.
Not useful. As I was saying, like if you have like a vector space which comes from a norm and the space is not finite dimensional, then conditions for compacts are known to be somewhat annoying to check.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes. Okay. Okay, so let's do the next exercise, which is if X is Hausdorf, then all the compact sets are closed. Oh, sorry.
So the thing is that Desin asks what's the difference between totally bounded and bounded. So the thing is that being bounded is not a topological property really, because you can always, probably you did that exercise in analysis in which they tell you to prove that if you do this, for example, the minimum of the distance and 1, then that's also a metric. So metric spaces like boundedness in that space, that space would be bounded because every 2 points are at most at distance 1. So boundedness is not really a property, a topological property. So what you need to do with totally bounded tells you that you cannot do that. You cannot call that if you cover it with, you can cover it with finite amount of balls arbitrarily small, right? And that way you get kind of rid of that example of those metrics that are not behaved in the way that you expect.
Yeah, if you think a bit, so what is it? Is it the tan function?
Yeah, or with tan. You can also do it with tan.
Yeah,
but
so,
it's easier. I mean, like that, or just taking the minimum. Yeah, you realize that.
Yeah, so
that's a metric space.
You can actually think about that if you want. So, is it tangent, which is in bijection between an open interval and R? What is it, like minus pi to pi is in bijection with R? Or is it R tan? Something like that?
No, well, tan is from the interval to R. And
Okay. This map is actually a bijective continuous map. So, and the inverse is also continuous. So this is nominal morphisms. And you can also define the notion of distance on the interval just by restriction. And this will give you something which is
bounded.
Yeah. So for example, you can conclude that the open interval is a closed subspace. I mean, because you look at as a topological model itself, and it's also bounded, but yet it's not.
Yeah. So that's what totally bounded tries to capture. So examples.
All right. So here's a new exercise. If X is Hausdorf and K is a compact subset, then K is a closed subspace of X.
What the heck? LOL. Yes. Okay, can you remind me what it means for a space to be Hausdorf?
So Hausdorf means that, okay, so I will just, for all point X and Y inside of big X, we're able to find some open set such that X is contained in the first one and Y is contained inside the V, and the intersection is empty. So if you sort of want to have a picture, which is sort of, that's sort of the way I remember the definition, is you imagine you have your 2 point in your topological space X. And what you're able to find is you're able to find some open set U and some open set V, which are disjoint and both contain one of the points. So open sets are able to separate points.
Okay, so that's Hausdorf. Compact. So K is compact. So we need to get that to K is a closed subspace. How what's the key difference here between compact and closed?
So compact, we already know, if you have you give it an arbitrary cover, you can always reduce to a finite cover.
Right.
And closed, we already know it's the complement of open.
So it's
an
just
open
not
set.
open.
No. You can have no. So that the complement is open, because you can have sets that are not open, but they are not closed, right?
Yeah. So basically, what we want to do is we want to show that.
So we basically need to show that K, the complement of K, is open. Is what we're trying to show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I'm just trying to figure out how we need to use those assumptions to get to what we want.
Yeah, exactly. So this is exactly the idea. The idea is that we want to.
X not K.
as you
Okay,
say,
yeah, quotient it out.
We want to show that this guy is an open set.
What? 2 points, 2 balls, 1 void distance? What?
So this is what we want to show. So who is up for this task?
Well, you saw my solution yesterday, so. So, Ben, do you wanna try it?
Can I talk my way through it and you can tell me if I'm completely
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry.
So
no
my
stress.
My initial instinct is to take 2 points in X not K.
On what?
We know X is Hausdorf, so those 2 points, we should be able to create open sets around those 2 points. I'm not sure how to use K being compact, though. So we have to be able to use a finite subcovers.
What's the definition of compact again?
That your open cover has a finite subcover.
So if you want to use that is compact, what would you need to get?
Well, I need to convince myself that there's an open cover.
Yeah, you need to find an open cover that you want to use, right?
Yeah. But if X is Hausdorf, we can pretty much create an open cover around every point, I guess, right?
Every point of K. You can create an open set. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that for sure. Yeah, right. I think so.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
So if X is Hausdorf and K is compact, you can select every point in K, create an open ball around it, right? These open balls are disjoint.
Well, wait. Okay, so let's trace back. Let's go back a little. So what do we want to prove again?
That X not K is open.
How do we prove that X not K, or well, let's call it X complement, like K complement? How do we prove that K complement is open? What would we need to do to prove that something is open?
We need to be able to, what is it? Every point in there, we have to be able to find an epsilon ball around it, right?
Well, like in a metric space, yes, but in a general topological space, a way of doing it is for every point, just find an open set completely contained in. Let's say you want to prove that A is open, so you can, for every point in A, you can find an open set completely contained in A. Then that would prove that that's open, right?
Okay, so if I want to prove that A is open.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry, just say it one more time. I was busy thinking about something else.
I think. Okay, so Kaller is right, and we want for any X in the complement to show that there exists an open set that contains it that is completely contained in the set, like in the complement. That's what I was trying to say with A instead of X of K complement. So basically what Kaller just wrote.
Basically the same thing you said with metric space, but instead of having an epsilon ball, you want to have a general open set that contains your point.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, any point inside the complement has to be surrounded by an open set that's inside that set, right?
Yeah. And that contains the point that you care. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's what we need to get to, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now a natural idea is I think you were on the right track when you said that now you could create an open cover of K, right? Because of the Hausdorf, but maybe if you think a little bit more about that, there will be something interesting there.
Using the Hausdorf idea?
Yeah, because you haven't used
that's how we're
Hausdorf,
pulling
right?
out. So you're suggesting that that's how we're pulling out the open covering, right?
Some way, somehow, right?
Yeah.
But the way that you choose that open cover has to be in service of proving that. Because like you can create many open covers, right? You can just pick a random open set for each point, and that's going to be an open cover, right? But then you want an open cover that some way, somehow helps you to prove that the complement of K is open.
I'm honestly not exactly sure where you want me to go with this.
Okay. I think I will try to help a little bit. Okay. So basically, so basically the idea. I mean, you sort of had sort of kind of the good idea is you sort of want to build two set of open set, two collection of open set sort of separately. Okay.
Oh, one in K and one in the complement.
Not-
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I mean, it will not be necessarily in the complement, but at least it will not contain the sort of the point that you carry inside of K. But yeah. So basically, you had like kind of two good ideas. So you want to build two collection of open cover, and as you said, you can also just run this sort of procedure for any point of K, right?
Right.
So okay, maybe I will help you a little bit. So let's see how we're gonna do it. So for a y inside of so okay, my x here is fixed. Okay, so fix x inside of the complement, and now for y inside of the inside of K, because x and y's are disjoint by Hausdorff's property. I'm able to find two open sets, uy and vy, such that x contain uy and y contain vy. Okay, and I want the Hausdorff property, so I want that the intersection is empty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're using Hausdorff property there. That makes sense.
Yeah. And now let's see what sort of I'm trying to do. So maybe I will draw my K. So this is my K. This is my whole space. And maybe I have my point here, which is x, which is here. And I have my y, which is, well, I guess we can put it a bit close to sort of see. Anyway, my y might be here, okay? And okay, maybe the open set will look something like that. So we have this guy. Okay, maybe this guy can be smaller actually. So okay, maybe I will draw it in blue. So the blue is the well, I have to. Okay, so this guy is the VY, and this guy is the UI. Okay.
Okay.
And what you can see is that we just know that those are disjoint, right? We don't know necessarily that UI intersect K, right? It might intersect K actually, right?
Yes, I believe that. Yep.
Yeah. So, so the basic idea is that if we're able to do it like for all points of K, we do this kind of procedure, we're gonna get a bunch of open set, and those open sets will cover K. And so yeah, maybe we have a bunch more. Well, maybe to avoid this issue, what we could do is like we could sort of like take another point which is in the this guy, don't know, and we can run exactly the same procedure. So we will have another open set that looks something like that. Like maybe this is a bit not a good idea to write it like that.
But you're saying that X in the complement is going to be fixed throughout this whole process, right?
Yeah. And why would that inside of
okay.
K? So basically, what I would sort of like to do is to do this construction for every point inside of K, and with the resulting U that the resulting collection of UI that I get, I would like to take the intersection, right?
Because the intersection of those will be disjoint.
Not be inside, yeah. But there's a slightly issue, right? Which is, in general, if I have an arbitrary intersection of open set, this is usually not open, right?
You're concerned that if there's an infinite intersection, it might not be opened, or just an arbitrary?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
it's
for example,
infinite, because we might have an infinite intersection here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So the concern is that would be
those
empty.
Guys, but I might have an infinite. And so the way I want to remedy to that is I want to say, okay, actually, I can do this construction with only finitely many open set. And the way I do that is I use the fact that my VY will not cover K.
So we're using... So my question is, I mean, we have to use the K as compact, right?
Yeah.
So we're using the fact that K is compact that we can select a non-infinite number of these, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we know an open covering exists, but we're gonna use the fact that K is compact to ensure that when we intersect all of the UYs, it's non-empty.
Well, what we want to do is instead of having this infinite intersection, we will replace it by a finite intersection using the fact that K is compact. I think I
have the idea, but maybe I'm just not saying it properly.
Yeah. Okay, so let's maybe write this. So if we do this construction for every possible point in Y, we get this is an open cover. Of K, and the UIs.
Sam, why do you always have more than one person watching you?
are open set that contains our fixed X. Okay, and now we're gonna use the compactness hypothesis. So by compactness, we can take a finite subcover of the VY.
Brace yourselves, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
So let's again call it I don't know, VI1 VIN. Okay.
Right.
And now my claim, so I claim the following, which I want you to check. I claim that U, which is the intersection.
You want to intersect all of the UYs now, right? That are
exactly.
That you've counted, right? Like you know that this is now non-empty, so.
Yeah.
I figured that was the
Well,
problem you were trying to solve.
It's not the problem that it's not empty. The problem is that the intersection might not be open anymore.
Might not be.
That was sort of the issue because, for example, if you look at R and we look at minus 1 over n, 1 over n, right?
Oh, I see. This could go to a
I
just
see.
0, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and this will not be open. So in general, the intersection of open set, if the intersection is arbitrary, it's not usually open. So that's why I need to sort of take care of that by, yeah. So I claim the following. I claim that this guy is completely contained inside of X without K. And maybe you should try to check this this part.
Here we go. Let's see the solution of your advanced algorithms come true. Now that's optimal.
Okay, sorry. Now that my ADHD has
Okay, it's
subsided
okay.
for 5 seconds.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
Okay, so we have all of these U's, these open set U's. All you want me to check is that they're in the complement of K?
Mm-hmm. So I claim that the intersection of all those UI lie inside of the complement.
Well, I feel like mustn't that be the case? Because if we take a boundary value of K,
Hey, excuse me, princess.
like I have to cover the boundary of K, don't I? With these open sets?
You mean the VI?
Well, I'm just thinking, like, I'm just looking at K, and I'm going, okay, well, like, K is closed, right?
Yeah. Well, we don't know that, right? We have to show that K is closed. That's the thing we're trying to show.
Oh, right. Okay, so I can't assume anything about K other than it has points in it.
Yeah. No, so maybe I can just sort of try to help you a little bit. So we know that those VI, we know that they cover. We know that those guys cover K, and we also know that UIK intersect VIK is the joint. Oh, well, it's the empty set.
Pairwise, right?
Yeah. And from that, we want to conclude that U does not intersect K.
Is it enough to know that they're pairwise disjoint? That should be enough, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Do you see why?
Well, I mean, you're gonna tell me why, I hope.
I'm gonna tell you
but
why. Oh,
but
you want me to-
intuitively, that
Okay.
makes sense if they're pairwise disjoint.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, one way we can do it is just take an element. So let's take I don't know, P, which is inside of U. Then for all K, P must be inside of UIK, right?
Yeah.
But as we saw before, UIK is disjoint from VIK. Hence, P is not inside of VIK for all K. But now we know, because of those VIK cover K, we know that this imply, so as K is a subset of that, of the union. Well, okay. Okay, do you agree with me that this this condition that P is not inside of VIK for all K, this is equivalent to say that P is not inside of the union, right?
Right.
So if we use this inclusion, we obtain that P cannot possibly be inside of K, because K is a subset of the union.
Saying U is contained in a complement. Yeah, we throw P into U. Yeah, this makes sense, right? For all K.
Yeah.
For all. Yeah. Okay. So for all. Wait. What does this mean? Oh, for all. Oh, K is your indice here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess I should not use. Yeah. Sorry, it's my bad.
It's okay.
I will try to write a little K.
Yeah. P has to be in all of our U's. We know they're disjoint. Yeah, that seems fine.
And then we get
just this is just a set theoretic argument. Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, a lot of like topology ends up being able to sort of not getting confused by those union and intersection.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I think something's being delivered, so he probably just heard somebody knock on the door.
Oh, I thought he heard like set theory and he was not happy somehow.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so what does that? I'm trying to dial back to what we're actually trying to prove here, which is you've basically shown that the intersection of all of the U's is inside the complement of K.
Yeah, so what we saw is we just showed that we were able. So the U that I construct here is an open set, right? Containing the complement of K.
Did the U that you construct, is it actually an open set?
Yes, and the reason why it's an open set is because of that. It's a finite intersection of
finite intersection of open sets, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have probably put more emphasis on that, because that was sort of like the reason why we need compactness is because we want this intersection to be finite, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why we want it to be finite is because we want U to be open.
Okay, yeah, so I think I follow the argument so far.
Okay, so if we just put that together, so maybe I can just add a little sentence. So what we show is that for all X inside of the complement, we show that there exists an open set U, maybe we can call it UX, whatever, open.
Oh,
such that
so
X is...
you can do it for every point now, yeah.
Yeah, because I just say let's fix an X, and then I show this construction work for any X. So
cool. So now you can construct a covering for the complement.
Yeah. So basically, if I really want to write the complement as the union as an open set, what I will do is I will just say okay, just take the union of all those UX that we construct. But as Slim was explaining, I mean, basically, if you want to show something is open, it's enough just to show the first part, and the second part you can already do this argument to conclude that this guy is open.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm fine with that, right? So you just do this across
fine?
every
Okay.
single x in the space.
Yeah. So you just check. Yeah, I mean, as you said, you just look at the double intersection, double inclusion, right? Because all the UX are always subset of x without k, then the union must also lie inside of x minus k. And as we run this union over all the point of x minus k, then we also have to we must also have the other inclusion. So actually, the both set has to be equal. All right. Okay.
How do you know it's equal though?
So okay, do you agree with me that because we have this condition,
All of the UXs. Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
this implies the first inclusion, right?
Right. Yep. I'm happy with that. That makes sense.
And the second condition is because of that. Because I know that my point x will lie inside of ux.
And all of these x's are inside of the complement. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and because we run exactly, basically we sort of brute forcing, we're running over all the points, then we know that union must contain all the points.
Yeah, gotcha.
So
that makes sense. Okay, yeah. I'm cool with that.
Okay. But yeah, that's kind of a good strategy. So usually we will just sort of focus on having this sort of part. So to be able to find around each point an open set that contains our point, which is contained in the set that we want to show that it's open. So it's sort of the common strategy that we use. Okay. Okay. Do you want to see a counterexample to a topological space whose compact set are not close?
Hey,
that'd be
Plasma. Plasma says brushing up on operator theory and functional analysis for some research, and currently going over unbounded operators and IRS pretty brutal. Oh, it's pretty brutal.
So okay, maybe I can present you one counterexample. I mean, maybe Slim has a cool counterexample. I don't know.
No, I didn't think about it too much. So if you have one, yeah, you have to come up with something that is obviously non-Hausdorf, right?
Yeah.
What is that the thing like? If you take disjoint unions and you just glue them at a point, maybe, or something like that. I'm not sure.
Okay, I will try to present the simplest example that I know. So I will take R with this very strange topology, which is called the cofinite topology. And what I will do is I will define my open set, U. So with the cofinite topology. Okay, maybe this is not the best example. Okay, let's try it anyways. Yeah, okay. And so the open set.
So what are you trying to do? You're trying to show that we require the Hausdorf condition for this to work?
Yeah, the Hausdorf important is important, yeah.
Okay.
So the important sets are either R or sorry, I need okay, it's either the empty set or R minus F, where F is a finite set.
That seems gross. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so basically the open sets are either the empty set because we are sort of forced, or we have R and we take away finitely many points, okay?
Slim, share your comprehensive list of counterexamples.
Now I claim R is compact. Well, I guess okay, this is not a good example, but I claim, let's say, R minus the origin is compact. Well, okay, maybe I can just state it. Okay. I claim any open set is compact. Well, I guess I can specialize. So okay, let's do the special case where U is R minus the origin. Okay.
Is that a book, Slim?
Yeah, that's a book.
Yeah, is that the counterexample book? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you're taking topology, I think it's worth to have a copy. Also, like there is also counterexamples in analysis. It's another book, and it's worth to have it when you are doing analysis. And also, I think counterexamples in probability. Not all of them by the same author. Just people have thought that having counterexamples compiled in a book is probably a good idea.
Counterexamples are great. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm still looking for the book Counterexamples with with lectures with Sascha. Haven't found that book yet.
So maybe Slim or Pen, can you see why the space is not? Why this U must be compact?
Oh gosh, okay. You're making me think now. So the only open sets are the ones where we quotient out this is compact.
It's also like while Penn thinks about this, it's also easy to see that is not close, right? Because we still need to prove that it's not close. It could be the case that it is open and close, but it's not close because the complement is 0, which is just a point, which is
yeah. So we've defined the set to be open, right?
No, we need it to not be closed, like because it could be the case that the set is both open and close. Like for example,
but your topology says that this has to be open, right?
Yeah. Because we just took away 1 point of R, right?
Yes, but I guess for example, Kaller said that almost any open set would work as a counterexample, but for example, R wouldn't work, or the empty set wouldn't work, right? Because they are open, but they are also close, right?
Oh, I see. So you're choosing one specifically that's open and not necessarily not closed. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But in this topology, any open set is compact. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
So basically, you're claiming any open set is compact. So if we take this one, so you're saying how do I make that covering? Well, I mean, it's very clear, I guess, that there's a finite cover always, right? You just need a ball around 0, right?
Yeah.
So it always has a finite subcover.
Yeah, pretty much. So basically, we can agree that the empty set is pretty useless, so...
What do you mean it's pretty useless? No, I don't agree with that.
What? I mean, as an open cover of U, having the empty set in the connection is pretty useless. So we can assume that the U is covered by.
Yeah. So I guess the idea is you can assume that the open core has an element different than the empty set.
Yeah.
And then take that element and then just take the elements that cover all the other finite elements that are not in that element.
Well, yeah. Right? So we can assume that all the VIs are not empty, because if they're empty, we can just discard them right away because they don't do anything, right? So this means that the VI will look like something like R, where you remove Fi, where Fi is a finite set.
Right.
Sim didn't like the way I said that the empty set is pretty useless.
He got triggered. Yeah, he got triggered.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sim.
I have nothing against useless things, but the empty set, I actually like useless things, but in mathematics at least, I don't think the empty set is useless.
Yeah, so basically what happened is that let's pick just like one of this open set. Let's say we have Fi1, which will be
yes,
R
we are now required to think during math streams. That's true. Yes.
let's say
Sasha's making us think. Yeah.
So basically, there's like kind of like two. I mean, there's sort of two cases. So either this vi is equal to u, and then we're done, or we're missing a finite number of points, right?
You're just building a covering, right?
Yeah. So if well, I guess okay. If vi is equal contains u, we're done. Otherwise, we're missing only finitely many value. And because those UI cover U, then we can just select a finite number of those VI that contains the missing values.
Yeah.
And
so for like R, like if you're looking, if I'm looking at like this one, where's my mouse? There it is. Like, I think what you're suggesting, I think, and you can tell me if I'm completely incorrect, is something like this. Wouldn't we just take like R01, and that would be a finite subcovering of that? Or am I being just completely stupid?
So if you're missing one, then if you're having R minus, yeah, this is not quite a cover because you're missing the 0.1, right?
I mean, the way of thinking about it is, or one way of thinking about it is, imagine that you have an adversary, and this adversary gives you an open cover of the set, right? Now your goal is to find a finite subcover, and like if you think in this like as that game, what Kaller did was to give you the strategy that you would use. No matter, like, let's say I'm the adversary, no matter what cover I gave Kaller of R minus 0. So Kaller says, okay, I'm gonna take one element of your cover, that element, without loss of generality, I can assume that element is not the empty set, and since that element is open, it's only missing finitely many points. Now, what you gave me is a cover. So since it's a cover, I know that all the missing points of that set that I took are covered by some other set, and there are only finitely many of them. So in total, I can give you a finite subcover. Or did that make sense? Or did I speak too quickly? Maybe
No, I think I get what you're saying. Like, so the issue with what I was saying was, if we're looking at this and we take R not 1, then we don't have 1 covered. So then wouldn't you just add another, you would just go R not 2, and when we union that, then you cover everything, right? In a simplistic sense, or am I just being dumb? Still.
Okay. So you're giving an example, and you're saying, okay, like let's say that your cover doesn't have, like so when you said that it doesn't contain 1, do you mean one open set or the whole cover?
One particular open set. So I was trying to just I was trying to look at this as a specific example and go, okay, if I want to cover this.
Which one? The green one?
This R not 0. Right, like you're claiming that this open set is compact, right? So I should be able to find a finite subcover no matter what for this.
But who gave you the original cover? You're creating that original cover.
Oh, he's creating the original cover. Okay, got you.
Support with signal noise.
No, I'm asking in your example. Are you creating that? What would be the cover that you? Because
I guess I see my problem. My problem is I don't know what the actual cover is, so I can't really talk about what the subcover looks like.
Yeah, like what you would need is a strategy that no matter what cover they give you, you can find a finite subcover. And this is what Kaller is providing. It's providing like a strategy such that no matter what cover they give you, you can just do the algorithm that Sascha is saying, and then you will find a finite subcover.
Yeah, so okay. Here's maybe a picture to illustrate sort of the idea of the construction I gave. So we want to cover this guy, the green, right?
Yep.
And what I said is I selected first just an open set, any one that you want. I mean, I guess I don't want it to be empty, but other than that, I'm not complicated. So I know that this guy will be missing only finitely many values, right? Because that's the topology. I mean, that's the open set in this topology. So, for example, I will be missing those points, right? Let's say I'm missing four of those points, right?
Yep.
Then sorry, I should probably call this guy UI1. Sorry for the confusion. And UI2. Okay. And then my strategy will be, okay, I know that because I know that the UI covered this guy, right? So I know that at least one of the UI must have, for example, this point must be covered, right? Must be contained inside of one of the UI at least, right? Because I know
at
that,
least one, right? Otherwise, you just have the same open set as before.
Yeah. And then I chose that to be my UI2. And basically, because I only have to deal with finitely many points which are missing, I can just do this algorithm for each of my points here.
Oh, okay. So you're actually constructing not only the cover, but we're also showing that cover is going to be finite.
Yeah. Well, basically, they give me I started with an arbitrary cover, and I give you like a recipes to always end up with something which is a finite cover that cover the thing that I care. Okay, hopefully this this sort of helped a little bit. Yeah. And okay, actually, I'm sort of like very. I know a lot of example of spaces which the compact space are not closed, because in algebraic geometry, almost all the spacers are not Hausdorf, and they all have this property that the open sets are compact. So actually, the notion of compactness in algebraic geometry is kind of very useless, because everything is sort of compact by default. But yeah, actually in French, the word compact does not have the same meaning as in English.
What does it mean in French?
So the English word compact in English would translate in French as quasi-compact. And a space which is compact in the French sense is a space which is compact in English and Hausdorf.
Okay.
Otherwise, we just call it quasi-compact. But yeah. Well, I guess in the French way, we should say quasi-compact.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay. Anyways. Okay, which exercise you want we could try to do?
Just remind me. So this wasn't Hausdorf, because if I pick any two particular points, see, I mean, you show me that something is weird here, right? But if I pick any 2 points, I can't. So it's not Hausdorf, because if I pick any 2 points, I can't find open sets.
Yeah, exactly.
That are disjoint, effectively, right?
Yeah. And the problem here is because if you take 2 points, then you choose an open set, and this open set will, be basically R without finitely many points, right?
Right.
So when I do the intersection, I just get R with also R without like a finite number of points.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, basically here the problem is the fucking open sets are so fucking good, so fucking big.
Are we quasi done with topology? I hope so. Topology is the worst.
Okay. Kaller, did you see the counterexample that Piutka is proposing?
Take a 2-point set with open sets being, what is that, empty
X and Y.
Then X is compact, but not closed.
Yeah, this also works. Yeah.
That's kind of nice, like a small example.
And this could also be an example from algebraic geometry. I don't. Yeah, yeah, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, I guess this example is a bit smaller, but yeah. Anyways, okay, so I think we should try to do the other exercise, which I think this one is kind of important, and after that we're going to see a nice application of that. So I want to show that if X is compact and F is a close subset of X, then F is compact as well.
Right.
So if X is compact. Okay, I used the word F, but yesterday's team told me that was too French, so I guess I will use the letter C instead.
The thing is that F is for functions in.
But F is for fermé. Closed, then C is compact.
So what do you use for functions then?
We use little f.
Okay.
Or big F sometimes, if you like a map from Rn to Rm. Okay, there's actually a joke, but it's kind of a political joke. So how do you call usually a sequence of function in analysis? Like,
Is it a French joke? Do you have to know French to get it, or?
well, you have to know French politics.
French politics. Maybe you should just say the whole joke in French, and we have all the people who know French and French politics will laugh, and we all but the rest of us won't.
This song,
Okay.
this song. Sorry, I allowed it. It modded you because apparently saying closed is a aggressive word.
Close? Really? Why? Well, I guess it's not in mathematics. Yeah, I guess.
No, you just like fermé, right? Like to shut it or stop, right?
Oh,
It probably just saw it as an aggressive, potentially aggressive word. It was funny.
But yeah, usually, in function, and usually in analysis, you not like, the sequence of function like fn, right?
Yes.
That's usually the notation. But
F
there's
sub
kind of
n.
this,
Norm space is
yeah.
closed,
But
subbounded
at some
compact.
point in history, the French
unit isn't
mathematicians stopped
compact,
using the fn
compact
because
sets are totally bounded compact ops, map all
fn
to
in
pre-compact.
France is the acronym for the sort of the most right party in French politics. So people stopped using the fn letter at some point in the. Yeah, so maybe it's a bit
The
hard to explain because it's
National
French
Party of French, yeah, or France, so like France Nationale or something like this. Like,
Yeah.
what is that? Yeah,
France Nationale.
oh, it's silly.
That's a French guy who told me this joke, so yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so which party was Poincaré's brother from? Marie Le Pen?
Yeah, Marie
Yeah,
she's the chef of the Front National.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll be the FN party for sure. Has she been, like, what's going on over there? Didn't she get, like, arrested or something?
Oh, I heard that she was maybe going to jail. I'm not sure.
I heard a rumor. I don't know if it happened or not, but
Yeah, maybe she will just get, arrested at her house or something like that. She have like to serve her time at her house. I don't know if she will actually go to jail, but I think she did she did like some politicians sometimes do. She played with
Marie
public
Le Pen
fund.
Center. Hey.
Nope.
Yeah, that was sort of a big deal because she was also not allowed to present in the next election because of this sort of offense of using public fund to do corruption.
Oh, is that what they accused her of?
Yeah. So I think she might have a jail sentence, but that's not really important because she will probably serve it at her house anyway. So that's kind of light. But the thing that people were sort of talking a lot about is that because she will not be able to present in the next election. That's sort of what people were a bit kind of debating, if that was fine or not.
I mean, I'm
But
still
anyways.
debating whether or not President Macaroni's wife is a man or a woman. So I'm still debating that. I don't know yet. I haven't seen any evidence either way.
All right. So here's this sort of strong result. As we saw, so if the space is somewhat reasonable, the compact set should be closed, but they may not. But if the space is Hausdorf, then they are. But here's somewhat of a surprising result, because you might say that all topological space might be like very bad behave. But it turns out that if you have a space X which is already compact and you look at the closed subspace, then this subspace is automatically compact as well. Which is rather nice. Okay, who wants to do it? I think Slim really wants to do it.
Sure. If X is compact, what is it? If X is compact and C is containing X is closed, yeah, like, sure, I can do this. Okay, I'm just gonna try to write it down right away, like, and see if we get. I mean, the intuition is pretty simple. Like, the intuition is that if you have your X here, right, and then you have your compact set here, right. Actually, I'm gonna throw it here. So the cool thing is that K complement, sorry, C, not K. C. Let me erase that. So we have our closed set C here. Right, then since this is closed, then C complement is open. So the whole idea is that now if I have any open cover of C, right, I mean, maybe I have an open cover here, right, I can include C complement in that open cover, and that would make an open cover of X. And then I can use the fact that X is compact to find a finite cover, and then that will give me a finite cover of C. Right. So let's write it down and see if I get it right. So
I like to think this kind of proof as being like some kind of we're sort of injecting an open set inside of our cover to get the full cover of X.
So let UI be an open cover of C, right?
Yeah.
Then C complement union UI I in I forms an open cover of X. Since X is compact, this cover has a finite subcover. Namely, yeah, let's do it like this without loss of generality. Assume that finite subcover is C complement union. Yeah, the problem with use is that when you have unions, you have to be careful because it kind of looks like you have U for union and U for. So basically, let's assume that finite subcover contains C complement. It might not, right? Because it could be the case that my original cover for C.
Yeah.
But without loss of generality, let's assume that is. Then.
I mean, you can still add it, right? There will still be a finite subcover, so.
Yeah, adding one more set doesn't matter, right? One more open set.
Is a finite.
I mean, with the logic of mathematics, ajouting 5 billion doesn't change much.
Yeah.
Even though in real life it might, you might see the change.
So like one penny at a time, right?
Yeah.
So basically this thing gives you a finite subcover for C, right?
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable argument to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any possible pitfalls? Any complaints?
No, I mean, you can just be more pedantic, but yeah, I mean, we sort of get it that, yeah, C complement cannot cover like any point inside of C. So yeah, it has to come from the UI that has to cover the C, yeah.
I can always definitely be more pedantic.
Yeah, there's no limit at the level of pedantic we can get.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What's the next one? Or Pen, do you have any concerns or questions there?
I have no concerns about this one. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
You see, like the thing is that I bribed Kaller to give me the easier exercise before the.
maybe I should take the easiest ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
he gave me an easier one. So.
Wow. Okay, I think this one is pretty reasonable. I will give it to Pen. And
good,
actually,
okay.
this is sort of an easy one because it's an application of the two previous one.
Are you giving it to Pen, me, or Marie Le Pen?
I will give you to you, man.
Okay, sounds good. I will do my best. Being
Doesn't
pedantic
say
is a
that.
dense subset in the population of mathematicians. True.
Since the population of mathematicians is finite, the only 10 subsets are the whole set. So basically, he's just saying that every mathematician is pedantic.
So let's this guy be continuous and assume that X is compact and Y Hausdorf.
Oh god. Okay. You're giving me all the hard ones.
Yeah, I think you should give the tip that you mentioned yesterday. Carlos.
Oh yeah,
LUL? That's a local minimum. Now ascend the gradient. Is that a slope?
show that.
Compute or
Yeah,
get
I don't remember what's the
erased?
tip I gave you.
Zero. But my
Show that
genius
this guy is
isn't
continuous.
solve or dissolve.
Okay, maybe I should probably. Okay, maybe that was the tip. Maybe that was not the tip that I gave you. But maybe I forgot something to mention, which is sort of important, is that in order to check that something is open, as we said, the definition is pre-image of open is open, right? That's the definition.
Continuous, you mean continuous?
Yeah,
So
continuous.
to prove that a function is continuous, the definition that we are using is that the preimage of open is open, but it's not hard to see that it's the same as saying that preimage of closed is closed, right? Is that what you want to?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I wanted to say. So there's like kind of two ways to show that something is continuous. You can either show that the preimage of open is open, but you can also show, which is equivalent, that the preimage of closed is closed. And here that's sort of what...
Only two ways to show that something is continuous?
I mean, there's infinitely many ways to show something is continuous. No, there's multiple ways, but that's kind of like the basic way from the definition. I guess you can define continuous at the point and then try to make sense of stuff like that. But anyways, okay. And my hint to you, I said maybe it was easy, but what I mean is that you don't have to do a lot of hard construction as we did before. We just have to apply the two previous exercise. Well, I guess I say easier, but it was really not the word I should have used, because I guess you have to see, you sort of have to play at least one with this sort of proof, and you see that this will fall in a couple of lines, but it's not a long proof as the other ones. That's what I was trying to say.
I think that you give the hardest problems to Ben because you have faith in him. like you don't have faith in me, so you say, okay, maybe he can do the easy problem, but yeah, maybe.
I don't have faith in me, don't worry.
I have faith in you.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember. I need to start writing some shit down. So what did we prove? We proved that if we have Hausdorf and compact, then Hausdorf and a compact subset, then that subset is closed in X. I just want to write down the last two, right? So it was that one, and then the one that Slim just did, which is compact and closed subset implies compact. I just want to write down a couple things.
Yeah.
And you also know that image of compact set is compact under continuous function.
Oh, sorry, that was the first 3 exercise.
Yeah, so, yeah, you probably need the 3x. Yeah.
That's basically my life whenever I write
what
things.
happened? What are you saying? No, continuous implies that compact gets mapped, but we don't know that F inverse is. Oh, I see. But F is continuous, and we might need to use that fact.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll write it down this way. I just want to collect my thoughts. So continuous.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Implies compact to compact. And it should also imply closed to closed, right? Or open to open, I guess, right?
No.
Well, implies that the preimage of close is close because it's continuous. That's just the definition of continuous.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Why is Excalibur terrible today?
Sometimes it's like that. I'm not sure if it's that they get too many users sometimes or something like that. I wish there was like a local solution that for like this type of collaboration. But it seems that, I mean, I've tried to look so hard, or I look so hard for like a local solution. And it seems that like basically all the whiteboard share apps are like web-based, and all of them are like charging except for Excalibur.
Okay, I feel like I'm missing something here. There's the Hausdorf. So X, what was that one? We needed Hausdorf and compact. And compact subset, right?
Yep.
Wait, was it compact? Yeah, compact subset, and that ended up being closed, right?
Yep. So, Kyler, do you like Futurama?
Well, now they have a new season, right? I was about to say I used to like Futurama before they stopped making new episodes, but I guess they reboot, right?
Yeah, they keep.
Yeah, I haven't watched the new one, so yeah. I used to like it, but I don't know if I like it anymore.
I think it's in the first season or one of the earlier seasons, there is this episode where they are showing like a bunch of the inventions that the professors have made. And one of the inventions is this thing that any language that it listens, it translates to a common language. But the professor says, unfortunately, it's garbage because it's this dead language that no one talks, that no one speaks anymore. And then the machine goes and speaks in French. What do you think of that
joke? That's awesome.
I mean, the French Academy is managing the French language. Sometimes it feels like it, at least when we write stuff.
I mean, it's in the year 3000,
yeah.
So I guess the French languages still have like a few hundred years to go.
Do you know in French we know we have masculine and feminine for word?
Yeah, many languages do. English used to have it, but they lost it.
Yeah, I guess in Spanish you also have that, right?
Yeah, we also have it.
Okay, so I guess I'm talking more for the English viewer. But yeah, until somewhat recently, I think it was in the second half of the 20th centuries, the female word for lawyer. So the male is an avocat and then the female should be an avocat, was not recognized as actually a French word.
Really? Wow. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it, but it's kind of messed up, you know.
Yeah, I mean, basically any sort of like fancy job in quotation marks, they didn't want to make the female counterpart of the job title until somewhat recently. Well, maybe in the second half of the 20th century, which is somewhat nuts.
I don't understand the French legal system, because I feel that it's different than the legal system in the States, and it's also different than the legal system in Britain, in Canada or Australia, right? I don't know. Like, I mean, I saw that movie. What is it? Anatomy of a Fall. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Well, it's about this person who dies, and then they go to a trial because they think that maybe the wife killed him. You know, I mean, he like, we know that he fell from some building or something, but we don't know if someone pushed him. And then they go through the whole trial process, but it was so confusing. I didn't understand very well how the legal system worked there. No, because
I don't know how French legal system works either.
yeah,
France, yeah.
I guess yeah, like Quebec uses the same as, like, yeah, like it uses the same as we use, right? Like, so it's just like the British system.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, even the British system, I think, is confusing for example, to Americans. I mean, well, not confusing, but maybe people are not used to.
Man, I think the legal system for Americans is confusing for American people from other states. So.
No, Con is from Quebec, and I live in Canada, but I'm not from British. I'm Latin American.
I think Pen is kind of cooking right now.
Yeah, that's why. Now we were holding him back, man.
You were not holding me back. Don't say that.
Okay.
So here's my thought. Here's what I'm thinking so far, and like I'm just trying to figure out how. Wait a second. Closed. Yeah. Compact. So this has to be closed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So we were holding you back.
No, you weren't. I didn't have to construct anything here. I just had to put some puzzle pieces together. So here's what I'm thinking, and let me know if I'm out in left field here. So if I want to show that this function is continuous, we can start with a closed set in X and show that it's closed in Y, right? So the pre-image of that is closed in Y. So I started with a closed set in X, but we know X is compact. That's an assumption. So that means that K has to be compact as well, the subset. So let's find the pre-image of that, which would be F of that subset. We know that that's contained in Y. And this should be a compact set because we know F is continuous, right?
Yeah.
Since Y is Hausdorf, and we know that this pre-image is compact, that would lead us to this subset being closed. So
exactly.
So we have that closed, that closed subset next, its pre-image is closed in Y.
Exactly. That's pretty good.
Okay, so all you guys really need to do is just like make random jokes about different regions of the world while I solve questions, and maybe I can actually do some of these things.
That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good reasoning. Solid.
You can put your square, your heart at the end of the proof, or whatever symbol you prefer the most. I think you deserve it.
Sure. We'll put a symbol. We'll put a symbol here for everyone.
By the way, the reason why I was digressing about the legal profession in France is because, like, at least in the British system, you have lawyers and you have attorneys and you have solicitors. And both of them are types of lawyers. So when you were mentioning about the name in French, I wonder if there is something for attorneys and solicitors in French. And are there different words for that?
Just admiring and square, or I don't know how you call it, QED symbol.
Oh yeah, nice.
I was
Nice.
inspired by what I see on Discord.
Wait, what did you see on Discord?
It's your symbol.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's from the April Fool joke where Discord was giving away the touching grass border. Anyways,
Desin asked if I ever went to court. No, like I avoided court when I was invited, I guess.
all right. Okay, so the next exercise is sort of like just a sanity check to see that we're not insane. So if X star is a top space, then I claim the. Oh, I guess I really care about second count. Oh, I guess I can do both. Okay. If Z is a subspace of X, well, I guess I didn't know. Sorry, that's way too wordy. If X is a top space, and Z is a subspace with the induced topology, then we have the following. Z is compact. Sorry. X is compact. Implies Z is compact. Oh, sorry, that's not what I want. That's not compact.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I look at that like that's false. He's Hausdorf, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Implies Z is Hausdorf.
Okay.
And X is second countable. Implies Z is second countable. Yeah, okay.
All right.
So basically the property of it being Hausdorf and the property of being second countable, which will be probably the most important property that we care about topology, at least for Riemann surface, are preserved for subspace, which is a good news because this allows us to skip a lot of verification and practice.
Yeah, definitely. Do you want me to solve it, or you want Pen to solve it, or
You can solve it.
who's you?
Pan. I don't know, Slim.
All right. So
I might
if
need just a little reminder on some of the definitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there. I mean, for Hausdorf.
Hausdorf, I'm
just-
okay with now. Second countable, I don't recall quickly.
That's all right. Okay, so let's start with Hausdorf. So let Z1 and Z2 be elements of Z. Then, since X is Hausdorf, there is U, let's call it U1 and U2 in open sets. And I'm gonna put super X, so we recall that is open sets.
Because you're using the
Of
property
X.
of X here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, such that Z1 is in U1 X, Z2 is in U2 X, and U1 X inter U2 X is empty, right? So basically you have two open sets that separate them. Therefore, Z1 is in U1X intersection Z, because Z1 is in Z. Z2 is in U1 in U2X intersection Z. And this is still true that U1 intersection Z intersection U2 intersection Z is empty. And that's it, right? Because this is an open set in the induced topology. These are open sets in the induced topology. Sorry, not that.
The intersections are, yeah.
Yeah. Therefore, C is Hausdorf. Because U1 intersection Z and U2 intersection Z are open in the induced topology. Okay, any problems with that? Any complaints?
No, it's pretty fine.
Okay, second countable means that, well, the definition that I prefer, but it's probably not the best because we didn't talk too much about it, is that means that the space has a countable basis, right? But the definition that we talked about last week is that every cover has a countable subcover, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it might not be finite, but it has to be countably infinite or finite, right?
Yeah, every open cover.
Yeah, exactly.
Has a countable subcover, right? Any open cover has a countable subcover. Is this because I feel that with the other definition is easier, actually, but the problem is that we didn't prove that those two are equivalent, right?
Yeah.
If X is second countable, then okay, so what can we do here? Because what I'm trying to think is why the proof wouldn't work with compact, right? So if we have like the way that we proved for compactness that closed sets are compact was take the open cover and then include the complement to generate an open cover for the bigger set. But now the question is, how do I get, like, if I have an open cover of, an open cover of X, of Z, how do I get an open cover from X?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and again, like the second countable, this is our definition, but this is equivalent to say that every, or not that there exists.
Yeah. I admit that the definition with the basis is a bit easier to see right away than the one.
Countable.
What do you mean by basis, though?
So there's a notion of a basis in topology, which is basically every open set will. So you choose a collection of open set, which you will be your basis. Let's call it B. And those open set has the property that any other open set inside of your space will just be union of those.
Yeah, okay, for example, so it's similar to linear algebra then. Yeah, okay.
Like, for example, in the reals, you don't really need every epsilon. You only need epsilons that are rational numbers.
Yeah, exactly. In the real, for example, yeah, as I said, the example is usually you look at balls which are centered at rational points, and their radius is also a rational number.
What is first countable? Because I mean, first countable is that there is
neighborhood basis, which is countable.
A neighborhood basis that is called countable, right? And
so you're choosing in the real number
ahead.
example, you're choosing rational numbers just because they are countable.
Yeah, exactly.
They're countable, right? Okay. So like in the rational numbers, in the real numbers there are two things that you can do. If I give you, for example, pi, you don't need all the neighbors of pi. You know, you don't need like the neighbor of diameter 1/√2. You can get away with only using neighbors that have a rational diameter, right? So because of that, this is first countable. Because for every real number you only need the neighbors that you only need countably many neighbors. But this is first countable. But second countable is a little stronger, because now if you give me pi, you don't even need pi. You just need a rational that is close enough to pi, because the rationals are dense, right? So you can always find something that is very close, and then also and besides that, only use a rational radio. So you can make rational the center and the radio, and then that's still enough to form all the open sets.
Okay, so second countable is stronger because you only need a countable number of center points.
You need both. Like you need a countable number of open sets in total. But like in this example, like if for every point in the reals you have countably many open neighbors, then in total you have uncountable many open neighbors, right? But on this one you have countably many open neighbors in total, because you can choose Q1 as the center and Q2 as the radius. Does that make sense?
It's the difference between unioning. Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying. The second countable feels like you don't need as many, right? Intuitively.
Exactly, you need less. You only need countably many, but like on this one, you need actually. I mean, you only need countably many for a particular point, but you have uncountably many points.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So. Okay, so using this definition, the proof is straightforward, because
if you have then the basis and you restrict it. I'm just trying. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud.
Exactly. I mean, you just said it, right? Like if I have countably many base in the topology, then I can get a topology for the subspace just by taking each one of those elements and intersecting them with Z.
With Z, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know how. I don't see a proof using the first definition. I don't see it right now. Do you have a proof in mind, Kaller?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it.
So yeah, because and let's see, is that equivalent always, or do we need something else?
Maybe we. Actually, no. I'm no longer sure that's equivalent.
Okay, let's see.
Let's go on Wikipedia.
Yeah. In topology, a second countable space, also called completely separable space, is a topological space whose topology has a countable base.
Are you on Wikipedia?
Yeah, I'm on Wikipedia. I mean, if you want to open it.
Yeah, what's the phrase you're searching? Second countable?
Second countable space. Yeah, second countable space.
I think the basis definition is the right one. I don't think the being able to find subcover is enough. Yeah, I'm trying to think about the proof how it should work, but I don't see any obvious way of doing it, so.
Yeah, of this unit open sets. I mean, it's not a property that they have in Wikipedia, so I assume that they are not equivalent.
Yeah, they're probably not equivalent.
I wonder why you thought that they were equivalent.
Because I think second countable implied that.
Second countable implies.
Yeah, because.
But does it? Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I think it is countably compact is what the other property is, countably compact, right? Yeah, countably compact. The first property that we wrote is what is known as countably compact. No,
Okay.
no. That's not countably compact.
Countable compact is not in each point you can have a finite local finite intersection or something like that.
No,
Oh,
countably
that's not
compact.
right.
If you have a,
There's too many compact in topology.
if you have a countable cover, then you have a finite subcover. That's countably compact.
Yeah, that's not what I want.
All right, so let's see. Countable
Maybe just a fine. Yeah, I think it's maybe just countable bases.
subcover. Okay, second countable spaces and countable subcovers. Let's see. We could, like I'm looking at math at stack exchange. If X is a second countable topological space, then every open cover of X has a countable subcover, and there is a proof there.
Okay,
But
okay.
I don't know if the converse is true.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the basis then. Yeah.
Let's see the proof. As X is second countable, its topology admits a countable basis that is an open cover for X. Admits a countable that it's a open cover for X. Okay. And let U be a cover for that. Yeah, I see it. I see it now. All right. Yeah, see, yeah. So that proof I believe now. So that equivalence I believe. I don't know if the converse is equivalent.
Yeah, I don't think the converse is equivalent, but yeah. Yeah.
Is it? We should check because maybe it is. Can't also cover.
This one is saying once you have second countable, you have first countable though.
Yeah, that's kind of direct.
That feels like the implication, yeah.
Yeah, I mean this is direct. Second implies first, so this is true, and the other direction is definitely false. But
yeah, based on what they
Yeah.
were saying, it sounded like you needed to have like a dense subspace for it to work in the one direction, right?
Yeah, or a countable dense space.
Yeah.
Countable dense space.
Oh yeah, for example, the case with Q inside of R, you can do this type of stuff.
Right, so let's go with the actual definition and let's just do the proof. Let's just prove it using the actual definition, right?
Yeah, maybe they're not equivalent. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of like an interesting question. I wonder if they're equivalent. Maybe someone in the chat would know. I don't think I ever used that really. I never thought of that equivalence.
Yeah.
As an equivalence.
Okay, yeah, in the topology book they require they require to have a countable basis. Okay.
So let be a countable basis of X.
But the useful property of a second countable is that every open cover has a countable subcover. That's probably why I got confused in the definition, because I only use this part when I use second countable. But yeah.
Then is a countable basis for Z, right? Yeah, right. I mean, is there anything that really needs to be proved?
No, it's
Like,
it's quite direct. Yeah.
If you want more, you can do like let U Z be an open set. Be open in Z, then U Z is equal to U inter Z for U open in X, and then U can be written as union of BIK.
So we'll just answer the sense question. So second countable is sort of like not an obvious like sort of axiom you want for a manifold. But yeah, sort of the motivation is more or less measure theory. Because you want to be able to check that a set is as finite as a zero measure if just by looking on each of the chart and seeing on each of the chart the set as measure 0, that's sort of like the motivation for having second countable as a part of the definition. Yeah, I mean, usually in differential geometry, this is usually called Sard theorem.
Yeah, so I mean, I just wrote a very pedantic proof that
It's fine.
The case, but yeah, I think that's fine, you know.
Yeah, just to be sure. So a basis is just a bunch of open set, like for which any other open set can just be built by union of those.
Yeah, and what is a sub-basis if you use first finite intersection and then unions?
Yeah, some people require that you can also do it with an intersection, right? Find an intersection.
No, that's a sub-base. It's different than a base. Like there is a sub-base in which you.
Oh yeah, you mean that? Yeah. But some people don't require that. Like for example, they don't require the space to. They don't require that all the open set is union of the element of your base, but they can also be like union of intersection of finite intersection of element of your base. Some books do it this way.
No, I think that's wrong. You know.
Yeah, but I don't think this definition will work in our case. So yeah, we should probably avoid it.
No. And it's just wrong because the problem is that many results that follow easily from bases don't follow for sub bases. So.
Yeah.
So it's actually that's about the like.
Yeah, I also agree. I prefer the definition that everything is union of open.
Yeah.
Of our element of our bases.
All right. So okay, what's the next problem then?
Next problem is an application. Oh yeah.
And I'm just gonna say, this will probably be as much as I can stream today.
Okay.
Okay, so what is the next one? Let's just, maybe just mention it and we can start next week with that one, or what do you want to do then?
Oh, so that...
I have about 10 minutes before I need to leave.
Okay, I think we can do it probably very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to do this one application.
A space is called discrete if all the singletons are open. Prove that the compact discrete space is a finite set.
Yeah, that's pretty trivial as well, right?
Okay, then it's trivial. Let's do it in 10 minutes.
You should do it in 1 minute, actually.
So I'm done at 4:20. So I'm done at 4:20. Is that what you want?
All right, then you guys have good background noise for my studying.
X is a discrete space if all singletons are open. So this is sort of like the biggest topology you can put on X, because if the singletons are open, then now all the subsets of X are open. If X is compact, such, I guess I can do it two theorem in once. Second countable. Well, I guess I should say compact respectively, second countable.
I feel that you're gonna take more time writing the theorem than proving it.
Yeah, do you want to start the proof while I'm finishing the statement?
Then X is
finite
or countable.
Respectively countable.
Yeah. Okay, so we can say it.
So
in
there's
words, right?
so there's a definition here, right? X is a discrete space if all the singletons are open. Okay.
Yes. So for the first one.
Yeah.
And sorry, I just want to. Do you mind if I ask some questions? I know this is probably super trivial, but so if I took a space. X is a discrete space if all the singletons are open. Yeah. So if I take like this set and I just put like a couple of singletons in here, and I can then maybe define the topology to be all of these open, right? And kind of the idea is we want all of these to be the open sets. Is that kind of what we're saying here?
Yeah, what happens? Basically, every subset is an open set.
Every subset is an open set. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure I can.
If you ever said there is kind of two ways to get an obvious topology. Either you just put the bare minimum, the empty set, and the whole space, or you just put absolutely everything. And if you put absolutely everything, then we call this space, we call those kind of space a discrete topology.
Okay.
All right, so Slim, can you do a rap version of the proof, please?
I don't think that's challenging. That's the challenge. Maybe in Spanish. Maybe I could do it in Spanish, but not in English. Not that proficient, I guess.
Okay, so let's do it for compact real quick. So the idea is that you will take your cover to just be all the points inside of X. You will just look at each point as a singleton, and those will be open by definition of the discrete topology, right? And now compacts tell you that from this cover, you should be able to obtain a finite subcover, but because you contain all the points, this finite subcover has to be, basically you cannot you cannot remove a singleton, right, from this cover, because otherwise you will no longer cover the space because you will be missing the point that you remove, right?
Yeah.
So this means in the first time that X has to be finite in the first place, and that's sort of the proof. And the same thing will work for second countable. Well, I guess we have to show that second countable now apply that you can always get a finite, always a countable subcover. But yeah, basically that's the same idea that will play here.
Well, the thing is that the basis has to contain the singletons, right? Any basis has to contain the singletons.
Yeah. Also, you also have that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be.
And one thing which is useful if we think about complex analysis is the theorem of on isolated zeros. So an anaromorphic function, the set of zeros, if f is not, if your function is defined on something which is connected and the function is not zero everywhere, then the number of zero the zero has to be a discrete space. So particularly if you, for example, inside of C, then you conclude that the number of zero of an anaromorphic function has to be at most countable. And when we will be talking about compact Riemann surface, this theorem will get upgraded to there's only finitely many zeros and poles on a compact, on a anaromorphic function on a compact Riemann surface. So this is sort of useful.
So PhD asks, does it have to be a minimal finite subcover?
Does it have to be a minimal finite subcover? I don't understand the question.
Yeah, maybe just add some context as to what you were referring to there, PhD. Avoid essential singularities at all costs. What?
That's with respect to Kahler's comment on the singularities of meromorphic functions.
Yeah, basically because of the isolated zero theorem from complex analysis, we will see that compact Riemann surface must have finitely many zeros and poles, and this will be very useful.
Okay, so someone said that removing I think PhD Lingo is saying because when Kahler was explaining that, he chose the subcover. He chose the cover. Obviously, like someone else could choose another cover and then the proof wouldn't work. But if you choose the cover that basically contains every singleton, then there are no subcovers that is still covered. Yeah, there are no subcovers, right? Because if you eliminate any possible of those sets of those elements, you are not covering everything. But it's because Kahler chose that cover. Kitka says compact always implies finite. Yeah, like it's because Kahler chose that cover, PhD Lingo.
Yeah, it was kind of fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think for now we're probably good with the topology we did. We should probably be able to start a bit more, at least the definition of a Riemann surface next time. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a bit more that I wanted to do, but I guess we will probably do it when we see them in the a bit later on.
Nice. So how are you feeling, Ben?
I'm feeling like I am having PTSD from my topology classes. That's what I'm feeling right now.
That's no good. I mean, it's what is that exposure therapy?
Well, I mean, I have both of you, so that's pretty much all the therapy I need, I think.
Okay. All right.
It's good
but
therapy. It's good therapy.
You're still down to continue. It's not because I mean it's supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun at some point, if we can just do something else, right?
No, this is great. I think what would be super helpful for me is I need something to pre-read, right? To just kind of get my mind, and even if I don't understand, I just want to be able to kind of read and start processing some stuff.
Yeah, that would be good if we can come up with some material to read. Yeah, I mean, you are into math education, and I think there are studies that show that people, if they read, even if they don't understand the like anything, just by pre-reading, like their performance increase so much, right?
Or it's going to help me identify like where I don't understand something faster. Because there was a lot of stuff today where, like, if I had kind of taken some time to pre-read, it would have been a little bit faster for me to make some of the connections, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, Kaller, if you can recommend some pages, I think, I mean, for this one was kind of tricky because we were reviewing things that are in a bunch of textbooks and it's like all over the place. So
Right.
it's kind
Yeah.
of tricky.
Right.
But I think for the next one, it might be easier just to pick some pages from the book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so
PhD saying, yeah, if we have some of the reading in the lists, I'm sure chat will kind of follow along with us too. So maybe we could post that maybe in Slim's server or my server, whatever is easiest for us.
I think both. I mean, no reason to restrain it to one of the servers, right?
Yeah, or like if you put it in like an announcement, I can always just mirror it into the elements using the follow button.
Yeah. And Fenbox wants us to do some physics. I don't know any physics, but I mean, I guess that could be fun. Like if anyone is willing to teach me physics, I could be like the one who doesn't know many things for physics because I don't know any physics. I mean, I have survived all my life in the physical world, assuming that it doesn't exist.
I cannot do physics next year. Get out of here. Go.
At this moment that he knew.
Yeah. So we will basically be following this book, but I will not be following it too closely. It will sort of depend about what our future goal with the subject, because compact Riemann surface can really go to any goddamn direction that you want. If you want, we can end up doing Galois theory, or we can also end up doing a lot of hardcore PD stuff.
Oh, did someone say Galois theory?
Yeah.
So it's really crazy, like how versatile the field of like Riemann surface can be at some point.
That's cool.
But I just want to show you the geometry, and after that we'll decide a little bit about what we want to do.
This also says just leave your stream on, Pen, so Slim and Collar can keep on talking about math and culture / shows. I could.
No, it's fine.
Actually, listen, do you want me to talk with you after the stream?
Cool. All right, folks. So
you're too busy.
Thank you, Ben, again for having us and for having me. I hope that your podcast goes well next Friday, right? It's the next one?
Whenever you meet, it's going to be Monday, the 24th of November. So it's coming up pretty soon.
Cool. Okay. Cool. So the stream is also on Monday, or is it going to be on Friday?
The podcast live stream will be on Monday. At 10 o'clock Pacific time.
25.5 active recall.
Cool.
Past papers.
All right. Yeah,
Sleep
looking forward for
7+
that. I hope
hydrate
everyone
space
has subscribed
reps.
already to
Prioritize
the
key theorems.
podcast
Drill
on
problems.
Spotify, right?
Score
And
at 0.
YouTube.
You can compute this.
Yeah, and then Sascha, are you going to be joining us for Zelda tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I should. Yeah,
X.
I'm looking forward for that. I hope we will have It will be fun.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night doing some Zelda, and then probably Monday. Yeah, Monday morning, and then that will probably be what I am up to until we see each other again next week around 2 o'clock Pacific again. Cosmolano says, no, oh no, you just got here.
All right, folks. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Lim. Bye. Thanks, Sascha.
See ya.
All right, friends. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I had a really great time not following a couple of those theorems. Not the pipe, no. Say hello to Fiona. Oh, yes. Send Fiona and Reese all of your loves, chat. Let's learn topological theory for 72 hours straight. No. No. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I got to go have dinner with the in-laws and my father. So, it should be a good time. Bruh.
Huh?
Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Actually, let's set up a raid. It looks like Obi is on, so we'll raid over into Obi, see what Obi is up to. So if you want to stick around, we will get that going right now. And like I said, hopefully Sascha and I will be back tomorrow night doing some Zelda streams, and then we have the podcast. So Zach and I will be back with our second episode of the Beyond the Blackboard podcast, where we talk about math education. We are looking at specific types of tasks. On Monday, that's going to be 10 a.m. Pacific. And then we'll be back with more Riemann surfaces, Riemann manifolds, next Wednesday, 2 p.m. Pacific. So that's what's on the docket for this coming week. Hope you all are going to have a fantastic rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. What? How to simplify the quotient of the Euler binding formulas? I have no idea. Maybe Obi can help you, though. Okay, bye, everybody. Talk to you later.